Welcome to Defcon Rugby. I'm going.
I'm Vic, and welcome to the Defcon Rugby Show on this beautiful Tuesday. What a weekend of rugby we've just had, my son.
Absolutely amazing.
We would have put the show out yesterday, but after 6 weeks of World Cup, we just needed a day of rest. Even the Lord gives us a day of rest, man. And we decided we took a day of rest. But listen here, we've got to talk about the Under-20 World Cup. We've got to talk about the Nations Cup, the Currie Cup, NPCs coming up, some interesting things in the world of rugby around the world. I heard the Rugby Federation now really wants to push for a year calendar.
Yeah. What Defcon, you can see at the bottom left-hand corner there.
I mean, look, what Defcon do you think we're on? I can go through them. Are we on, is it all calm, Vern? Or is something up? Or is it more get ready? Or is it holy crap? Or basically it's all over? What Defcon are you thinking?
It's pretty
here?
calm unless you're an Argentinian.
I think it's
more
more
discuss
like
that later.
Huh?
We can discuss that later, but it's all calm in our eyes.
So it's all calm at the moment. It's all good. I mean, if you're a Springbok, you're doing well. If you're a New Zealander, you're doing well. I was watched a few of the New Zealand shows, all their stuff. I mean, they actually think they're coming to South Africa to win 4-0. But hey, listen here. It's like the English where they came down and with their Henry Pollock and they thought they were going to win. It's beauty. It's when somebody's down, it's not fair to kick them anymore. It's like we don't even want to talk about Wales, right? Because they're so far down. But when somebody's on top there, what you got to do is you got to build them up, build their ego even more, and then when you take their legs away from under them, the fall is so much harder.
Much harder, and it's even more beautiful.
But we'll talk about that when we get to the Nations Cup and the tour that's coming up and stuff like that. But listen here. We have to start with the number one, the numero uno junior team in the world, 2 years in a row now. Again, we won the Rugby World Championships. I mean, listen here. I don't care what any Kiwis say. Rugby is officially now in South African hands. 2 times junior world champions. 2 times 7 world champions. 2 times in a row Rugby World Champions. I mean, listen here, Rassie, be nice. Let somebody else win something for a change.
Yes, I think it's,
We won the last 2 rugby championships as well.
And we didn't even take our 2 best players with to the
No,
Under-20.
and we've been unbeaten in rugby. I mean, when's the last time we lost was to New Zealand at Eden Park. And since then, we're on like a 12-game winning streak. It's becoming ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a tough game, though.
But I'm telling you now, we'll talk about it in a second. But first of all, well done. Congratulations to the junior box here once again. You did the final. I mean, you had to wait a while there. Inclement weather.
Thunderstorms in Tbilisi, baby. No, it was a weird game, Vic. There were, I think, 5 or 6 tries disallowed. Went back.
I've had
crazy.
it. I've had it with this TMO crap. I'm not very much on the same page as a lot of the New Zealand pundits. The guy there, Jeff Wilson. I'm not normally on his page, but I agree. The TMO in the Super Rugby is the best I've seen all season. They only get involved if it's like a totally big mistake. But if it's like a 50-50, it's the ref's call. Just leave it. But now, we can get rid of the fucking refs. We don't need refs. Because every decision goes to the TMO. Everything. The TMO is re-reffing the game.
It's not just that. You're so enthusiastic. They score the try. And then they come back for the kick. And then they say, boop, time off. Take a look. And then they look at every fucking little millimeter, man.
I mean, I used to watch rugby. A rugby game, 80 minutes, maybe it went 83, 85 minutes with a little bit of add-on because of, Today, rugby games are going 100 minutes because it's fucking TMO all the time.
That's crazy.
No, I'm not enjoying it.
I thought the Boks had a good first half. The French had a great second half there until midway through. And then after that, the Boks changed it again. So it was a great game. But I said just the ref ruined it in my eyes. But that's just. But it doesn't matter.
I was listening to you there and I was watching the chat. A lot of the bloody South Africans were fucking shitting themselves. I don't understand that. I guaranteed we were going to win it. That should be enough for you people. If I guarantee we win it, we win it.
It's not just that. I've had enough of all this. If somebody, the one player he didn't play a good game. Take him off. Take him off. I mean, come on.
I'd like to go to these people's workplace.
No,
Honestly,
exactly.
could you imagine going to all these mongrels' workplace, the way they work, and you had the exact same attitude as they have? The guy makes one typo on his computer. You're fired.
No,
Yeah.
It's sad. So
takes
African
one-
fan, get behind the team.
Exactly. 1 minute longer on your coffee break, you're fired. That's how they. You know what? They're all a bunch of wankers because they can't play. You're not good enough to play the sport, but then you act like you're better than these people playing the sport. You're not, because if you were, you would be there.
But congratulations to the junior
Yes,
Fox.
baby.
Back
All the
to
way.
back, baby.
Now,
World
me and
domination.
you are just hoping for next year, right?
Still a long way to go, man.
Now, I'm talking about the under-20s. If that under-20 World Championships is somewhere here in Europe, preferably they should give it to Switzerland to host it.
Switzerland, France, Germany, it would be fantastic, man.
Italy, I don't mind going back to Italy.
Not at all.
South of France would be nice.
It would be nice.
Yeah, the Côte d'Azur or something like that.
Yeah.
Nizza
Would be
and Cannes, something like that would be nice for us.
Yeah, a week off, Vic.
A week off, there you go. Now, congratulations to the Box. Look, I thought they were the best team all the way through.
Yeah.
And I think the French were the second best team. I think it was a legitimate final.
Definitely. Good stuff.
Okay, now we move on, baby, to the Nations Cup. And look, 6 games on the weekend. We did 4 of them. Let's go through each game one by one, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. First one, New Zealand against Ireland. New Zealand winning that one comfortably. It was never in doubt. Ireland were never in the game. Ireland were actually a shit show.
I was so disappointed. They just didn't rock up.
I mean,
Yes, they got a couple of tries, but no, the game was.
we always make a
control.
joke. We always joke with the Irish, that they're a pub team. But they were a pub team on the weekend, Vern. They
Yeah.
looked like they were punch drunk. The mistakes they were making. And listen here. I'm sorry. I don't want to. See, I'm getting a cough already when I think about this man. I don't want to get on Sam Pendergast's case, but he's not a fucking Irish national player. I'm sorry.
He
He couldn't play for fucking Griquas. He's that bad, man.
He's a lie. I just don't rate the man. Sorry, I don't know.
He's a
the man.
liability. On defense,
I
he's a
think
liability.
for the Irish.
You kick the ball. If you're the opposite team, you target this man.
Of course.
But I got to give it to New Zealand. Will Jordan once again, unbelievable. And look, they've got a good team. They've had 3 good results. They beat Ireland at home. They beat France at home. Italy was expected, of course.
Yeah.
I thought, and I think the New Zealanders are going to come with a big chest to South Africa. I think they will. I think that first test is going to be a big one,
Because a massive one.
because you see the problem is when we play the first test will not be about squad depth, because New Zealand, they'll play some of their lesser players against the Stormers and the Sharks and stuff like that. So they'll have their best 15. We'll have our best 15 or our best 23. So the first game, I think, is their best chance of winning. And the longer the tour goes, I think they have a lesser chance of winning the games, because I think then our squad depth comes through. Because I can see Rassie. I don't think Rassie gives a shit. The New Zealanders. I watch the Nations Cup now. If you look, we use 46 players in 3 games. We use 46 different players in the 3 games that we played. I think New Zealand used 26. You know what I mean? So we've got a lot more fresher players coming into this tour than they have. And I think the longer the tour goes, I think the better it becomes for us.
Yeah, but I just think it's going to be that first game's crucial, though. Like you said, the first game is crucial. But let's get on it.
Congratulations to New Zealand, they're a good one. Then the next one that is up, Japan against France. This was inevitable. You knew the French. French are playing really well, and also they have got not their full team. Let's not forget that, huh?
They haven't got their full team, but let's see, Mathieu Chalobert. That boy is mustard.
Oh man, and Lucu. Listen here, I think Gaultier there, the man with the goggles, you know, with the swimming goggles. I think right now you got to start Lucu ahead of Dupont. For me, I think he's just better because he gives you a lot of. Lucu gives you more options because he can kick as well.
Yeah, but they don't need a kick. You've got Thomas Ramos, you've got Chalobert. You don't actually need Lucu to kick.
Look, we'll talk about the standings afterwards. Then the game I did, the Aussies broke their 7 or 6 game losing streak. It was necessary. Look, in Italy, a lot of the good players were not playing. I mean, our favorite Italian player didn't play there. Monticello, the 2 Conone brothers didn't play. So you'd expect Australia to, but last game from Joe Schmidt, he's done now. Look, Aussies needed this win. They needed this for their self-respect. I mean, come on. The Aussie football there was a lack of respect. No one's respecting Aussie football anymore. So this win was important. Doesn't matter how you get the win, a win is a win.
And it was a big win. It was a decisive win. So
listen here, I think they got some good players, Vern. I think they've actually got a good team. I just think what they don't have at the moment is they got a lack of confidence.
Lack of confidence and a lack of depth.
Yeah. Yeah, the minute they go to their bench and, you know, after the 23 that they've got out, there's not a lot coming on at the moment.
No.
But they've still got a few months' time. Then Fiji against Scotland. The result says easy win for Scotland, but Scotland were terrible in the first half. Terrible. When they had to bring on all their big boys afterwards to win this game.
Yeah, but Fiji, I mean, I'm disappointed in Fiji. Very disappointed.
Yeah. Look,
they haven't made that step up. I think they actually made a step backwards.
But for me now, you know, we have the Southern Hemisphere teams, we have the Northern Hemisphere teams. You have 6 in each group. Then you have that second competition called the Nations Cup, right?
Love that.
I think the bottom 2 teams of the North and the South should get relegated.
Yes.
Or at least have to play in a relegation game against the top team from the second division of this competition.
I think that happens from 2029 or 2030.
Because listen here, otherwise, if you're in the bottom, and that second tier competition is really helping Romania with good results. There's some nice results there. But a good win for Scotland. Then, of course, Wales against South Africa. I mean,
listen, I'm disappointed in this result because I watched the first half before the junior box started, and the box should have scored 3 tries in the first half alone.
This game should have been 80 or 90-0. Yeah. But listen here, are we that arrogant now that a 43-0 is not good enough anymore? I mean,
it's 43-0 is a good result, but it should have been more.
That is 110-0 in the last 2 games put together. Huh? That is an average of 55-0 over 2 games. Look, Wales, I still think Wales rugby's on the right trajectory. They came down there from the fucking Mariana Graber there, or the Kimberley Hole. That's how deep they were down.
They were down, man.
And you know, they're scratching the surface again. You know, they're still underwater. They're still drowning.
Yeah, but they're coming. They're improving.
I can't wait to see them in the Six Nations next year. I think they're going to be a little bit better. I think they're going to be more competitive.
I hope so.
But look, who was the stand-up player for the Springboks for you?
Paul de Villiers.
I thought Jasper Visser was strong.
Jasper's always strong.
I mean, he is solid. I actually thought the young flyer of Fuzimoya had a good first half.
Yeah.
And listen here, this tells me a lot about the situation we are in South African rugby on that number 10 position. You know, we're only taking 3 fly halves with us, unless Rassie decides to take Sasha as a 15.
Yeah.
You know, and only Damien Willems and maybe Fast, I don't know. But I think Fuzimoya, if he starts playing against the New Zealanders, I think Rassie takes him to the World Cup.
I think Fuzimoya's got to start for the Sharks in the URC.
Because he's, for me, he's the next Pollock.
Is he better than the Hendricks brothers? Is he better than
yes.
Jaden and Jordan?
That is blasphemy. That you have even put their fucking names on this channel. You should be penalized. You should like on the good old galleons, we should be whipping your ass. You should get 30 lashes for 15 for each of their names you just mentioned.
Or keyholes, when they drop you down the boat.
You mentioned their name and the Springboks in the same sentence. That's blasphemy, man. You can mention Jon Penix before you mention them.
That's saying a lot.
No. Fuck it, no. You've gone, this is wrong. But I thought the pack played really well. I mean, listen here, it's not our strongest pack we put out there on the weekend, and we still dominated them. I mean, it's frightening.
Really, we've got enough in that pack to dominate whoever.
And I mean, I think Rassie already knows. I trust this man. He knows exactly who's going to Argentina to play against Argentina. And I can tell you now, he knows the first 3 tests, which team he's putting out already. I think so. It's crazy. Then the game maybe of the weekend, the one with the most to play for, the most animosity out there, Argentina against England, where again the TMO fucked this thing up.
Yeah. First of all, after the Football World Cup where England got knocked out by Argentina, with that old Malvinas stuff they going on.
Wait. You're talking about the Falkland Islands.
Malvinas or Falklands, whoever who you want to know, talk about. But never mind. Listen here. You could see the national anthems, the Argentines wear that special 1986 World Cup dress there from the football. They were singing the national anthem, they were up for it. They just didn't fucking deliver in the first half.
Well, it wasn't a good weekend for Argentinian sport.
No, it wasn't a good weekend. I was disappointed with the Argentines in the first half. Second half, they did rock up. They started to play. And then, of course, at the end there, that was crazy, Vic. The referee said it's a try. Went to the TMO. Of course, you've got to go to the TMO. The TMO said it wasn't. The referee says, I put it up on the screen. Old Angus Gardner, he was looking at it, and he says, for me, I think he grounded. And the TMO goes, no, he didn't. He said the ball was out.
See,
so those two.
That's where the referee is. That's where the referee has to have fucking big balls and say, listen here, my decision, it's a try.
Exactly.
I would have Angus Gardner, had he made that decision and said, listen here, I've looked at the video, live I thought it was a try, I looked at the video, I think it's a try, I don't care what the TMO says, I'm giving the try. For me, he would have propelled himself to the best rugby referee in the world. He'd be number 1 right now because at long last, somebody made a decision.
But he didn't. He went with the TMO at the end after a bit of a squabbling, I must say, a bit squabbling, and then all hell broke loose. He was booed, he was thrown stuff. The players were, it was really a bad, how do you call it? It was
it became football. Rugby went into football.
Rugby went into football. A lot of little nickels and pushing and shoving and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the best team did win. So that
okay, all right. So let's have a look at the tables now. We'll start. We're nice here on our program, so we'll start with the North. The French ahead of Scotland, England, and Ireland. That's very close. Those top 4.
Yeah.
Look, they've both won 2, both lost 1. France has had some tough games because they were in New Zealand, they were in Australia, so they've got that home. They got South Africa at home, and then what else they got? I've got
South Africa at home, Fiji at home, and Argentina.
So the only game you think they might have a little bit of a problem is against the Boks. So they might go 2-1 again. Scotland, they've got to play New Zealand at home. That's going to be tough.
New Zealand at home.
Australia
at home, and Japan.
So England got to play South Africa at home. They got to play New Zealand at home. So look, who do you think from the south is coming through? I'll quickly just show you the
I think France.
The next round, let's just put it out there. Ireland, Argentina, Italy, South Africa, Scotland against New Zealand, Wales, Japan, France, Fiji. So France has got to bye in the next week. 1. Yeah. England, Australia, that could be a tight game, I think. I can't see South Africa losing to Italy either. That's just the next round. But look, I think Italy will have the wooden spoon here in this competition this year.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that opportunity to play against Wales.
But I think France does it.
So and look, a final France against New Zealand or South Africa, because I kind of think that's what it's going down to.
I just think New Zealand's going to get it because South Africa does have the tougher running there with Ireland away and France away.
I don't think we have a problem playing Ireland in Ireland. We showed that last year. We'll just scrum them to death. I think for South Africa the big game is the one in France.
Yes, I think we win that game, but I don't think we'll win maybe with a bonus point or something like that, or the enough score difference. I think New Zealand has an easier run-in. They're only 30 points difference away, so yeah. I think New Zealand just pips us on that one.
You know, I'm looking at this. Australia won one game, right? But they got 12 points. How the fuck did they get to 12 points winning one game?
I don't know. You tell me.
Exactly. That's what I'm asking. Because if I look at the Northern Hemisphere again, you've got, England, Ireland, they've won 2 games, they only got 10 points. Scotland won 2 games, they only got 11 points. France, it's the bonus point system that I find a little bit dodgy here.
Australia got 2 points against Ireland. They won against Italy with a bonus point. That is 5. That is already 7.
How do they get to 12?
That can't be right.
That can't be right. And that's on the official site. It can't be right. I just saw that now. That's on the official site. I took it from the official site.
It can't be true, man.
Can't be true, man. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Not really interesting. Let's get into the Curry Cup then. That's more important. Let me put out those Curry Cup results there for you. There you go.
Australia's got 8 points, Vic.
All right. So the first week of the Curry Cup all started off with the Pumas against the Sharks. Everybody knows I'm a Sharks fan. I didn't expect us to win this one.
Neither did I.
But we did.
But you did. Better start than last year, Vic.
Look, Lyle Matthews played really well. Look, a lot of young talent there in the Sharks team. I like that. Look, the Pumas kind of lost the game. The Sharks didn't win it. Let's be honest. The Pumas threw it away. And then afterwards, your Stormers, officially now called the Stormers, what is that, 23?
23.
Fucking hell, these names. The Stormers 23 against the reigning champion Griquas. Disappointed in the Griquas.
Yeah, the Griquas, they played actually quite well. It was just like an absolute brain fart at the end that the Stormers still went and won this game.
So what you're trying to tell me, it's basically the same as the Sharks game. We don't know how the Stormers won, but they won.
Exactly.
Okay. Then you did that. The Cheetahs against the Lions. That was a sensational game. That was the best game of the weekend.
That was a great game. Faf de Klerk back there. I thought he played fantastically. Both teams, I think, like we discussed this already, the Cheetahs and the Lions look like they're the strongest teams in the competition.
Okay, then I did the Cavaliers against Boland. The Cavaliers against the Bulls, I mean. This should have been 70-10.
Yes.
The Cavaliers had all the opportunities. The first half, they should have scored 40 points. They were totally dominant. The Bulls were cuck. It was raining like hell there. The pitch was breaking up. The balls were slipping, all that stuff. But still, Boland made a bigger meal out of this than it was.
Yeah, but they got the victory. Pity they didn't get the bonus point. That would have been important. But, I mean, Boland Cavaliers, everybody's favorite team. I mean, come on.
Look, I didn't put out a table now because that's week 1. We'll put out a table in week 2. But let's get to the team of the week, Vern.
Team of the week.
We sat together and it wasn't that easy, but there you go. That's your team of the week.
I'll quickly go through them. On the loose head position, we have Sisi Kumedi there from Boland. Had a solid game. That Boland scrum was solid, Vic.
Yeah.
The hooker, I went with Tian Lange for the Griquas. He came on the second half. And absolutely, he changed it. He had a lot of carries, scored a try, good in defense. I was super impressed with him. So he got the hooker position there. Then on the tight head, Dejan van der Westhuizen, also from Boland, scored a try. Dominant play there. Him and Gumede there in the front row. Fantastic stuff, man. Then our locks, Dylan Sumblom of the Lions, once again. I mean, last year he was solid in the Curry Cup. He started this season off just the same way. Absolutely solid performance there from Dylan Sumblom for the Lions. And Victor Sekeke, I can't pronounce the name. Can you please pronounce his name?
Victor Sekekete.
Well done. From the Cheetahs.
Well, of course,
captain.
he had to be in there with that first name. I mean, that the name Victor obviously synonymous with greatness, excellence, and perfection.
Yeah, he scored a try. Had a good game as well there for the Cheetahs. The loose forwards, I went number 6, Renza du Plessis. Renza was absolutely...
But he's a strong URC player in any case.
Anyway, he carried the ball fantastic, but most of all, he stopped 2 definite tries from the Cheetahs there. Renza du Plessis had a screamer of a game, so he gets there. Number 7 there, Carl Els from the Griquas. Also had a decent game. There was nobody on that 7 position that really tickled my fancy, but I took old Carl Els there for the Griquas.
Helekane is coming back soon.
Who?
Helekane, when he starts playing in the Curry Cup.
I want to see him, man. Vandeli Laba there from the Stormers. A young man, the number 8, he played fantastically for the Stormers. So he gets a shout out in the team of the week. Scrum off, it was a close one between Stefan Ongera and Faf de Klerk. But I went with Stefan Ongera because he did score a try.
And because he's a Stormer, man. Your bias set in.
No. Well, there's no bias here. I tell it, word of the people, the truth, everything. Now, Stefan Ongera, same as Faf de Klerk, bossed the whole game, played really well, and of course, Stefan Ongera scored the try, so that's why he got the nod over Faf de Klerk. Then at 10, we went with, well, you said I have to go with him, Tim Sweel, there from the Sharks, had a good game.
He was good, he was solid, good kicking, the reason we won the game, because he kicked so well.
Yeah. Then, of course, on the left wing, he scored 3 tries. If he scored 3 tries, you're in the team of the week, man. Mr. Lyle Matthews.
He was Vern. I think he could be the top prize scorer this year because he's kind of nice. Because there's no Don this year.
No Don, no. So we'll go into the inside centre. I went with Sako Makata from the Griquas. Scored a try, had a lot of line breaks. Absolutely dominant. He had a great first half before. The second half he dropped off a bit, but the first half he was mastered. Then on the outside centre, of course, scoring another 3 tries, so you're definitely in the team of the week. Likona Finca from the Lions, 3 tries. You're in. Then 14 was another person at the right wing. Nobody really tickled my fancy there, but I went with Lundi Masenga of the Pumas because he did score a try. He got subbed off there after 40 minutes, but there was nobody else on that right wing that really tickled my fancy. I mean, no, Dylan Mart didn't play well there as well. So I took Masenga because he did score a try for the Pumas. And of course, last but not least, I went to that Tika Nela of the Lions. Also had a good game.
What I find, I mean, look, it's the team of the week or whatever, but the Cheetahs won, there's only 1 in there. The Lions lost, there's 4 Lions. The Griquas lost, there's 3 Griquas in there. So, yeah, well, this shows we don't always take the team that win.
It's not always the team that wins, Vic. It's the player that jumps out at me and says, wow, I'm playing a good game.
But
doesn't
guys,
always mean that they're the winning team.
If you differ from Vern's, it's mostly Vern's 15 year, give us a shout out at the bottom and let us know who you think should have been in that top 15.
Do you agree with the rugby savant?
Well, that would be me. No,
that's me.
There you go. Let's have a look what's coming up next week. So on Friday night, live on the channel, Cheetahs against the Sharks. That's at 5 o'clock. I think we could do that one together maybe. Then the Lions against the Pumas on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Griquas against the Bulls. It's funny that all the teams that won are playing against each other and all the teams that have lost are playing against each other. It wasn't planned like that. So, if you're the Pumas, the Lions, Griquas and the Bulls, you're under pressure already because if you go 0-2 in this one,
not many games.
There's only 7 games, so you might not make the playoffs. And then on Sunday, it is the Western Province Derby there in Wellington, then in Boland, the Cavaliers against the Stormers. That should be an interesting one.
Let's hope it's nice weather up there in Wellington, not raining like it was this weekend, because even though it was just raining, it was packed, man.
Nah, best crowd was at the Cavaliers game, definitely. Then not quite this week, but beginning next week, MPC is going to be starting. It all starts on Thursday morning with me, Waikato against the Bay of Plenty. Friday morning, it's the Tasman Mako against North Harbour. And then on Saturday, you got Counties Manukau against Taranaki, Southland against Otoga, Canterbury against Auckland, Northland against Manawatu, and Wellington against Hawke's Bay.
Who won last year again, Vic?
Otoga. No. Sorry, no. What is the sister team? Canterbury.
Canterbury won.
It's the team from the Crusaders. Crusaders, Canterbury, all the same. So we'll see. That'll be on the channel then again next week. Guys, I just want to once again just mention, and I know we've mentioned a few times on the channel, Amy, Barrett, Tehran, get well soon.
Yes. And just a shout out to all the ladies out there and the men. Ladies, go get checked out there by the doctor. Men, go check your prostate. Have stuff like that checked regularly, guys.
Yes.
It's important.
The sooner they detect it,
the better your chances are.
Exactly. The sooner stuff is detected, I know, the better it becomes. So let's do that. Guys, we wish you all the best. We're going to have another show at the end of the week talking about what's coming up on the weekend, or we'll go into more depth. We'll bring out all the squads on the weekend for the Curry Cup. Only Curry Cup this weekend, Vern.
Fucking hell.
No other rugby this weekend, just the Curry Cup.
No football, no rugby. Maybe a bit of darts. We got some darts maybe coming up?
Yes, darts coming up on the weekend, but we'll check it out. Guys, that's the Defcon Rugby Show for today. Adios, Wiedersehen, ciao ciao, buonasera, buonanotte, whatever, and we'll see you soon. Ciao, guys.